Hello everyone, this is Flatline, and today I'm going to be doing a PvZ build. It's going to be on Antigua Shipyard. I'm going to be facing off against a red Zerg, ironically named Terran. Um, the font on this is kind of weird. This is on the Far East Asian server, and so yeah, let's get to it. So we're gonna go open up with a forge opening. The build's basically a mid-game build. It's not really a early game, so you just open up some kind of way of your forge fast expand. It's up to you how you want to do it. But you just open up forge and you get a nexus, and it's gonna be a 2-base timing push. It's kind of all-inish, but it's a really strong all-in. A lot of Korean Zergs have been struggling against this. So I thought I could bring this towards y'all to see if you can learn about the build a little bit more. Maybe you want to try it out. Maybe you want to see its counter. Maybe you want to see a way where you could turn it into an economic type of build, because this is kind of all-inish because you cut probes around 45-ish, around 40. You have like a 40-ish amount of probes, and that's about it. It's not that much, honestly, to have. So you can see I do get the forge, and since I didn't scout him on the first one, to be super safe, you do need to send a second scout. Just to make sure where he's at. And then once I confirm that it's over here, I'm gonna move this one back towards my base. So I'm over here, I can see a lot of probes. I did see the second overlord, so I know it's not a 6-pull. If you don't see a second overlord, that's another good tell that, okay, something's going on. He's doing some early pull timing push. Early timing pull. Probably 7-pull or 6-pull or whatnot. So I'm over here trying to delay this a little bit more. I'm over here on the other hand trying to get this expansion down, but this Zerg's being a little bit annoying at the moment. So yeah, I'm just gonna be getting maxed out on probes. Cut this with my pylon. I barely get away from my with my probe. Thank goodness. It's only had 5 HP. Regenerating its shield. And he is getting a queen, not using his larva, kind of bad on him. I also was able to sneak in my nexus, got my cannon going on the way, got a gateway on the way, and then he's trying to block this off with a hatchery, and which he does. Honestly, he does block this off completely, because I put this pylon here, but I couldn't put a pylon here for some reason. I think it's because of this light little thing. It's kind of like blocking it, so I can't really wall this in completely. So I'm gonna act like I can. And he cancels this a little bit too late and loses the drone, so that was unfortunate by him. And gonna also be getting my double gas as soon as possible. Money's a little bit high, but like I said, it was just because it's really weird opening going on. He does make a lot of Zerglings. He makes 6 Zerglings. As Zerg, you want to have 4. 4 is a very good number, and then from there, whoa, he actually made 10 Zerglings. And you can't really do anything with them. I mean, I have my cannon up. I could wall this in pretty fine once I get a stalker out. I mean, a zealot out. But I delayed the zealot a little bit. And then whenever you get these gas, you want to put 3 in each immediately in. This kind of screwed me up. You want to get 4 gases relatively quick, because you're going to be stocking up on a lot of sentries. And we'll go over the build whenever it comes through, like what to do against this, etc, etc. So you can see I do get a zealot out, and I'm gonna go straight after the extractor. Gonna get my robotics facility as well, because I'm gonna be pumping out an observer and an immortal. So yeah, going back over here, you do want to start warp gate. You also want to start your upgrades immediately. It's a 1-1 timing push. Should be getting that attack soon. There it is. And you basically want to have the most efficient mining at each base. So you can see I'm missing. Okay, missing 1 probe. You want to have 16 probes, and to know 16 probes, just say that you need to have 2 rows. Alright, 2 full rows of probes, and then you're fine. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I'm gonna get an observer out so I can scout a little bit better. Most of them skip the observer so they could get the 3 immortals like really quickly, but I like to go with an observer as well because if they have blink, then I'm just gonna be like, oh shucks. So getting this observer is pretty nice as well, and you want to keep on making these sentries. Should we make another sentry? Oh, you know what? I stopped the sentry production because I do want to add my gateways on time. So there is my second, third, fourth, and fifth gateway. There we go. So I'm stopping probes. So you can see right here, just a little bit to get by, start up my immortal production, and now I resume my probe production. A little bit more than what I needed. See, I have 42 probes. Like I said, it's gonna be around 40-ish. I think I'm gonna add about maybe 4 to 5 more. 4 more probes maybe. And then he is doing the standard, you know, he has his roach warrant on the way. Layers 50% done from him as well. He also has a really quick third. And I haven't seen anybody that gets this relatively quick third able to hold this unless they're able to get a Hydra list in. Hydras are pretty good against this, as well as Infesterling. Mutiling is up in the air because it's around 10 minutes the timing push happens, and that's when mutas are actually like, when you actually have like 8 mutas or whatnot. But you're gonna have so many stalkers anyway, so I'm not sure if that's gonna be good against this. So you can see I'm making immortals constantly. I already have +1. I got +1 armor on the way. You see I have a lot of sentries right now. Adding on a 6th gateway because whenever I move out, I'm not going to be able to reinforce with a Robo unit, so I do want to add another another production building, and that's just going to be gateways because you know, they could warp in from any pylon nearby. So it's all about the proxy pylons from here on out. So you want to have about 9 sentries. Still at the automaton. 9 sentries and immortals, and you want to just make a lot of stalkers. You want to make as many stalkers as you can, and then add on zealots if you need to. You want to keep on making some proxy pylons. You also want to avoid getting supply blocked in this one because this is a timing push. So you can see +1 is almost done. It's already 10:50. I should have been out a little bit earlier, but like I said, I just had a few hiccups with the supply blocks, and so yeah, so here we go. I'm over here towards his base. We're gonna pause it real quick. Let me show you what's going on. 47 probes, so I made a little bit more than what I needed to, but it's all good. But you can see I had 3 immortals against 13 roaches. That's not gonna even work for him. 25 links against 9 sentries, 4 seals. It's just so strong. So see, this is where that combination really comes in hand. And then you add on the stalkers for the extra DPS on the roaches. You also add them for any meta play. All that good jazz going on here. So we're going to resume this real quick. I also have my observer over here positioning in a very well spot. You can see the only thing I can see is the top of his ramp. I'm going to kill these overlords. These are for free. If he wants to engage, he can engage, but you don't really want to push it up. Just take whatever you can. All these overlords, you know, they will supply block him, and he can't really make any units. You do see him making 2 overseers. Interesting why he picked that. They don't add supply for you. And I have my pylon here. I'm gonna have a pylon here. I'm gonna come up over here. This start is basically dead. My army's in a very strong spot. I do want to pause this real quick. This is a very strong point. Whenever you go for a third on against Zerg, you do want to break these rocks. You don't want to go through this ramp, through their ramp. You want to go through the other ramp. Because if you don't have this killed off and you actually go to the third, you're committed. Committed in the point where you're willing to sacrifice your army, and then now you have to calculate, is this entire army equivalent to the value of of this third? Not really. Okay, so you don't really want to commit fully into this. I know it's an all-in, but you could do it in a more subtle way, and I can't even talk. I just woke up. And so yeah, you just want to be in this posture. You want to kill these rocks, and then you want to get around this side. And this is so strong because force fields can cut this off pretty well. I think it's only like 2 force fields or 3. You can also just force field this ramp either way. So here he is. I'm just gonna cut his army off. Look how much energy I have on these sentries. It's ridiculous, and he just leaves the game. He can't really hold this off. I mean, you look at the food supply; it's completely in my lead. Um, it just sucks. He didn't really scout. That's another bad thing. He was able to get in here. Let me show you what he saw. The only thing he saw was 3 more gateways, a gateway here, and that's about it. He only saw 4 gateways. He doesn't know I was going Robotech until I moved out. Yeah. Like I said, I just woke up, so I'm sorry about that. Uh, so yeah, he didn't really scout well, and that was just a bad part by him. So anyways, this is the build that's frustrating a lot of Zergs, even on the North American server. A lot of Protoss have been doing this as well lately, and it's been giving a hard time for Zergs. The best thing that Zergs can do against this, there's two ways I've seen this go bad for Protoss. One is Infestor and that's just a direct counter to this, honestly. Infestors, you fungal these sentries die. That's GG. You want to aim for the sentries if you're Zerg against this composition, because the force field is what makes these lings pretty useless. But when you go for Infestor Ling, you do get upgraded lings, and they're pretty good against Stalkers and Immortals. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And then the other one is Roach Hydra, but you need to know that this is coming, and this is all dependent upon scouting. So Roach Hydra is the probably what most Terrans are gonna go by, and that's because they will actually scout compared to this. Unfortunately, not this Zerg. He didn't really scout that well. But when you scout well and you see this coming, you can easily stop this. You throw it on a Hydrogen, and it doesn't take that long for it to build. And what you have to do is just delay timing, because Zerg has a better production than Protoss in this case, because you're going to have at least 3 bases, and I'm going to be stuck on 2. I'm only going to be using 6 warp gates, whereas you have 3 hatcheries. Alright, you have 3 hatcheries, you have a queen to inject larva. That's all you need. All you have to do is delay the timing push. What you need to do is use some lings, just poke in, poke out. You just want to keep on baiting force fields for me, baiting me to move out of my base, basically. Even if you have to sacrifice a couple of roaches, that's what you have to do. So anyways, thanks guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, Flatline SC2 on YouTube. That's pretty awesome. Also follow me on Twitch TV at SC2 twitch.tv/SC2 Combat. I'll leave a link in the description tab for you to follow. You could catch me live streaming my games. You could catch some of my teammates live streaming on my account, as well as Clan Wars and other games that I be playing during my free time. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please leave it a comment or feedback if you have any suggestions. Maybe you have something going on that you don't understand. Maybe I could go over it, or find a replay where it actually happens to me, and any way I can help you out. It all depends on you if you actually tell me what's going on and what you have an issue with. So anyways, thanks guys, and I'll see you later.